So on Monday, we talked about toads and frogs. Do you guys remember that? And we read Jump, Frog, Jump. And we read an informational text about different types of frogs. And we are gonna identify basic similarities in two texts, and we're gonna compare and contrast. And this is similar to Monday. So first, I'm gonna read some informational text from National Geographic Kids, and this book is called Frogs. Toads are frogs too. Did you know that? Toads are just a type. Toads, yes, are in the same family as frogs. It's just a different type of frog. What's the difference between toads and frogs? Now, you see our double bubble behind me. So that I didn't have to turn my back to you, I went ahead and filled it in, but we'll look at it in just a second and go over what we think the differences are between toads and frogs. Now, this book says that frogs, some are poisonous. You guys know what poisonous means? Okay, so it means that they have a chemical in their body that can hurt something else. So another animal or, and they use it to defend themselves. It also says that they are moist and smooth. So let's think about what moist means. When something is moist, it is wet, right? So moist and wet kind of mean the same thing. So the frogs stay wet and their skin is smooth. And they actually have teeth in their upper jaw. So these frogs have teeth. I did not know that till I read this book. That's why it gives me information. They also have long, powerful jumping legs. And most frogs have webbed hind feet. And we talked about that on Monday too. And they lay their eggs in groups. Okay? Now, toads are a type of frog. Frogs spend most of their lives around water. Toads spend more time on dry land. So remember that for our double bubble. Their bodies are built for where they live. So here's some details about the toad. Toad has no teeth. Isn't that amazing? Frogs have teeth, but toads don't. They stay dry and their skin is bumpy. So they aren't wet, they stay dry. Their eyes do not bulge out from the body. So these eyes, you can see how they're kind of big. These kind of stay in and keep down. And the toads have shorter legs. And remember on Monday in this book, it told us the colors. So frogs are mostly green, right? And toads are brown and camouflage. Let's see if you can remember a few of the other things that we learned in this book. And then we'll go over it. And then we're going to fill out our double bubble together, okay? All right, so think about what we learned in this book. I'll give you some hints too. Okay, so here's the frog. Okay, and I'll tell you a few things. So just to give you a reminder, frogs live in water, and they breathe and drink through their skin, and their skin is very smooth. The frog catches food with its sticky tongue. The frog moves through water like this. So it's kind of doing a froggy swim. To help it swim, the frog has 4 fingers on its front feet and 5 fingers with webbing on its back feet. See how the little eyes are sticking out like it told us in the other book? So they're raised up off of its head. Okay, now I'm going to go to what we read about toads.
Mama.
Okay, so here's the toad. Even though toads can swim, they prefer to live in the garden. That's probably why their skin's dry. The yellow-bellied toad is the king of camouflage with his spotted back. See all that camouflage on his back? And he's more of a brown color. Male toads have very large vocal sacs. Do you see that? Okay. So I'm going to finish there. We have so many books about toads and frogs here. Thanks to Miss Davis. Okay, so here is our double bubble. All right? So I have the frog here. And I have the toad here. And this says compare and contrast. Okay, so let's think about how that toad feels. What did that book say? Feels. Was it bumpy? Was it smooth? Was it spiky? If you look at it, it has some bumps on it. So toads are bumpy. Now, let's look over here to the frog. In the book, what did we learn about the frog's skin? That was different, right? So the frog is smooth, but the toad was bumpy. Okay. So we talked about the word moist and what that meant. Do you remember which one has wet or moist skin? Was it the toad? Was it the frog? If you said frog, you're right. The frog has wet skin and the toad has dry skin. Also, there was something about teeth that we learned. Anybody remember? Which one has teeth? If you said the frog, you're right. Frogs have teeth and toads have no teeth. Okay? So now, these things in the middle are common things or things that they have that are alike or in common. Okay? So Miss Rebecca put that they both can swim. Now it said that the toad lives in the garden and the frog lives in the wetland, but they both can swim. So let's think about something else that goes here. What else can they do with their legs? What can they do with their legs? They both can. If you said jump, you're right. Both of them can jump or hop because they both can do that. And we've seen that happen, right? You went out and touched a toad and a frog and seen them jump. So both of them can jump. Now, I am going to leave these blank. And I want you to do a little bit of research and see if you can fill a few more of these in. You could also fill some more of these in. And if you want to make your own double bubble at home, and send us a picture. We would love to see it because I know that you guys can come up with more things than just 3 because we do at school, right? So we've learned a whole lot about comparing and contrasting the frog and the toad. And we did that by using different types of books. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I enjoyed reading and talking to you about toads and frogs. And it's spring, and I have a friend in my class, and he is actually growing tadpoles. So I'm excited to see. He sent me a picture of the baby tadpoles, and I'm excited to see when they turn into frogs. I hope you guys have a great day, and if you have any questions, let me know. And your teachers, me, and your other teachers would love for you to send them a picture if you guys do a double bubble and compare and contrast. And it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You can do it however you want it, just as long as you do, comparing and contrasting. All right. I hope you have a great day. See you soon.